Hey, this is Mike. Thank you so much for choosing this video. Tonight we're checking out a 2021 Ford F-150 PowerBoost in the Platinum trim level. Now this video focuses on the interior and exterior lighting of the vehicle. Check my channel for the full overview and test drive videos. So first I want to point out that this vehicle has the ability to have the engine running and all the exterior lights off. So all you have to do is turn the headlight switch to the off position and everything's off. Some vehicles, there's some kind of exterior light left on, but this one's completely dark on the outside. When I turn on the parking lights, these LED, all the exterior lights are LED by the way, white lights, these accent daytime running lights are now illuminated. And they're bright, but they're not like super duper mistaken for headlights bright. And they look really nice, and they're nice and sharp. They are visible during the day, but at night they're definitely visible. Kind of defines the side of the vehicle there. You also have that amber strip there in the middle between the headlights, and continues there at the bottom. Now these are visible from the front and the side, so they're kind of like side markers as well. And the amber light also serves as a bright side marker here in the front. The tail lights are red, and you can see them here on the sides of the truck because they wrap around. So they serve as a side marker, very highly visible side marker, and a tail light. So all the lights right now, the tail lights are red in color, so sometimes the camera makes them look like amber or different colors, but they are a nice deep dark red. Now the tag lights are also LED, and they illuminate, there's two of them, they just illuminate the tag there. So now I have the turn signal on, and it is a super bright, it's significantly brighter than the rest of the lights here. Amber light, LED, and it's just below the headlights. It's a super bright light. Have to get in close so the camera can adjust to that one bright light. But you can see it in the front and the side. You also have a amber side marker. Oh, it's a turn signal indicator here on the side mirror, and you can see it from the front, the side, and the back. And here's your tail light, turn signal indicator. It's a super bright amber light as well. And it's in this fairly high position as well, so that's nice. So this gives it a little bit better visibility than lower positions typically. Now I have the low beams on, and it's a quad projector LED, auto leveling and active bending headlight system. And you can see there's top and the bottom one are now illuminated. Nice bright white LED light coming from both of those, and it's fantastic on the road. I'll show you that later. Drive down the road and see what it looks like. So there's low beams, high beams. So now the high beams just refocus these two projectors. See, they're both illuminated, but now they're just refocused in a different direction and a different pattern. So you can see they're both illuminated just like before. This truck has really good approach lights. So if you have the key with you, as you get close to the vehicle, the moment it senses the key close to the vehicle, it turns on these really nice zone, well, it has zone lighting, but this is just basically approach lights. So, okay, so it just sensed the key, and you can see it has these lights that go all around the vehicle. Here in the back, it illuminates the ground behind the truck. It turns on all the lights. The bed lighting here is now illuminated. You also have these lights here on the side mirrors that shine on the ground here. They're a little bit brighter when they extend out, when the side mirrors are extended out. But it doesn't last a long time because it's intended to illuminate, you know, and then you get in the vehicle, not just stand next to it or whatever. But you can see it turns back on now that I got close again. But yeah, I love that feature, the approach lights. So check this out. When I start the truck, it goes through the full range of motion of the headlights, and you can see the potential movement that the headlights can do. It's pretty interesting. Bed lights are fantastic. So you can see you have lights, LED, shining down from the top of the cab, but you also have these lights here on the sides. You can see there, and nice and bright. It does a good job of filling in most of the bed here. And you also have a little bit of lights right in here for the generator. And when you have these cargo lights on, you also have this light back here as well. That light that shines on the ground behind the truck. Under the features tab here, you have what's called zone lighting. Now you have to have the headlight switch turned off, and you can turn this on, and this will turn on the lights around the vehicle. So you can control the lights here, here, and here. So you can turn on that one, the headlights, that. If you want all the lights around the vehicle turned on, you can do it here. You can turn off. So if you're just working, you know, say behind the vehicle, you could just have that zone eliminated. Or if you just want everything eliminated because you're working all the way around, you can do that. So now I have all zones eliminated. So here in the front, it has the fog lights and the headlights, but not in the full power of the headlights. And the side mirrors have these side, kind of like a spotlight, but not as bright as a spotlight, that extend out, and they're right here on the sides. And that's in addition to the light that shines on the ground. You have this one that illuminates. You see it goes right in that direction there. So it's illuminating these bushes over here, that whole area. And the cargo lights are on, and you also have the reverse lights on now, in addition to that light that is an approach light. So it just illuminates a whole bunch of, just around the truck completely. So if you're doing work or something at nighttime, you need some more lights around the vehicle, you can use the zone lighting, which is really fantastic. So the inside of the back door, it has some light accent lighting here in these pockets here and here, as well as illuminated, backlit illuminated power window switch. This cup holder right here is not illuminated, but pretty darn good. Now there's lights that shine from either side of the sunroof that illuminate the seats and the floorboard. There's floorboard illumination underneath the front seats. There's also some lighting around those power ports as well, and backlit heated seat controls. Cup holders there are not backlit. This armrest, no illumination in this armrest. When you flip the seats up, you can see those lights do a good job of illuminating this cargo area as well as the seat area. So I would say it's pretty decent here in the back. These buttons here on the driver's side door are illuminated at times, depending on the situation. Okay, so here's the inside of the driver's door. Now, you'll notice that the light on the outside is super bright. So approaching the vehicle, you can see puddles. So there's actually a puddle there, okay? So you can miss the puddle, but when you're getting out and you open the door, there's no inside puddle light. There's no light here shining on the ground to show you what you're gonna step in when you get out. So I was kind of surprised having this excellent approach light but it's only on the outside of the door. So, you know, there's something missing there. So there is, just like the back door, you have some lights here underneath, here and here. Backlit buttons all through there. Floorboard is illuminated as well. Backlit buttons here. And you have the white lights there in the center that give you illumination throughout the vehicle when you have the doors open or turn on the interior lights. Okay, so I'm sitting in the driver's seat and I have the door open. So we have the interior lights on. So you can see what's going on here. I'm going to shut the door. Interior lights fade away so we can see what we're left with. I really like the fact that the floorboard is still illuminated. And we have some backlit buttons here on the steering wheel. And the gauges are pretty easy on the eyes at night or during the day. We can adjust them. So we've got different variations here. And when I adjust the lights, it adjusts a lot of different lights. You can see the screens and everything. So I'm gonna bring them down. All right, so there's the screen. And you'll notice a little flicker right there. That's an IR illuminator. There's one there, and there's one here. And there's a camera in here, and that is a part of a safety feature which makes sure you're paying attention to the road. And the IR illuminators help at nighttime, but they also for seeing through sunglasses to make sure your eyes are watching the road, basically. That's my understanding anyway. All right, so we have illumination here in that pocket. Cup holders are nicely illuminated, like Tron or something, looking pretty cool. All right, now this center compartment has a light in it, which is nice. Does a pretty decent job. There's some ambient light coming. There's some backlit buttons up here, but there's also ambient light. As you can see it, there's two of them. And then you can see it shines on my hand all the way down and illuminates this area. Just kind of gives it a nice soft moonlight here in the middle. Glove compartment has a light, but the pocket, this other compartment above it, has no light. Let me turn the interior lights on so you can see what I'm talking about. This pocket has no light. So the glove compartment, light. That one doesn't have a light. Not acceptable in my opinion, considering the price and quality of the vehicle all around. That was pretty surprising. Also no light for these cup holders here. So that's another issue, because it's quite dark in that area. So the visor has light and mirror. These are LEDs, which is nice. So mostly good as far as the interior, excellent on the exterior. But going down the road, you know, you can get an idea of the way the light lands on the road and the high and low beams, the differences and all that stuff. But let's look at the zone lighting let me turn off the interior lights. And we'll turn on the zone lighting. So it tells you have to turn off the headlight switch. All right, so let's turn on all zones and see what it looks like from sitting behind the driver's seat. So those side lights right there, let's turn all of them off so you can see the difference there. See how it illuminates the entire side there? There's the front. Now remember, it doesn't turn the full intensity of the headlights on, but it does illuminate all around. So I can see what's behind me, I can see on the side of me, and everywhere. So that's great. So let's turn on all zones, and let's turn the camera on so we can see all the way around very brightly. So if there's anything around you or anybody trying to approach you, you would be able to see it because it's very bright. And the camera at nighttime, even with the zone, let's turn all zones off. the camera itself is pretty decent as far as amplifying the light that is there. So these are active bending headlights, and they're a little bit subtle. They do move a little bit, but it's not a big deal. It doesn't really add much. It does have the cornering light. The fog lights turn into cornering lights when you turn the steering wheel as well, depending on if they're on or not. Right now they're already on. The thing about these headlights is that they're already great without all the bending and all that stuff. Now the auto leveling is good because if you have a trailer or if you have a weight in the back of the truck and it moves the truck down, this will give the ability to not blind people. So the auto leveling is good, but the other stuff doesn't really add much because the headlights are so fantastic already. You can see the cutoff there on the bushes, and then when you go to the high beams, you can see how much higher it is. But it really is a fantastic headlight system, just in general, without all the bending and stuff like that, and cornering lights. So I have the automatic high beams turned on, and they work fairly well. There's none of them that are perfect, but so here's the high beams on a dark road, and wow, it does a great job. It fills in all around to the sides, penetrates far in the distance, illuminates the entire road from the truck all the way out. One of the best headlight systems I've seen.